how do I meditate? First of all, we need to find a quiet place to sit down. Well, people will say that, you have to sit down when you meditate. When you get to a certain point, it's not necessary to sit down, but as a beginner, we'd better sit down. So make ourselves comfortable. Just make sure our backbone is straight. And then the technique that I practice is to observe or watching the breath coming in and out of the nose, and try as much as possible to concentrate on observing the breath or the breathing. By observation, we don't need to actually look at it. We can feel it. We can feel the breath is coming in, going out. And for a certain time, when you sit long enough, you'll feel that, the breath that coming in is actually a little bit cooler than the breath is going out. So by doing that, by practicing it, our mind will be calm and will be steady. Of course, we all have monkey minds, and it won't listen to us because, this is our habitual pattern. So the first step is to keep the mind calm. And then after a while, when we practice enough, we'll realize the reality of everything will be like the breath. It's changing. It's constantly changing. Don't try to control it. Just observe it as it is. And I hope this technique will help us all to calm down the mind and lead a happier life.
Meditation, for me, is a way of relaxing myself from the day's stress. It also helps me to put my life in perspective.
My name's Sharon, and I've been meditating for a long time. I think most of my adult life. So how do I meditate? I have a room in the house. I have my little spot where I can go to where I know that I'll be quiet and undisturbed first thing in the morning. And I have my comfy cushion that is good for me to sit on. It makes sure that my back is straight and that that my posture is solid, like a mountain. I like that comparison. And then I just try and be as quiet as possible physically. And I become aware of my breathing. I just try and let everything go, but this awareness of the breath coming in and the breath going out of my body. And as my body gets quiet, gradually my mind gets quieter. And there's just this peaceful awareness of being.
That's not what meditation is about. Meditation is about calming your mind and bringing it to your breath and being more mindful and aware of where you are here and now, and not trying to escape from reality to see reality. And I think that experience is simple and great for a lot of people, and especially in our society today because it's so stressful.
My name is Kathy. I have been practicing meditation for a while. And before I come to learn and practice meditation, I used to be a pretty quick-tempered, impatient person. I have a family, and I had a full-time job, so my life was busy. That's the word to explain, my life. And I used to make hasty decisions. I just jump in and make whatever decision on the spot without even thinking about it. So after learning meditation, it really helped me calming down my mind, and I would be think before I leap. So it's really helping myself and the people around me.
Things that we become aware of is that our mind can create a lot of trouble. Something happens in the world and it disturbs us. And when we're disturbed, our mind wants to react to it, either in the form of wanting something, or in the form of pushing something away, or in the form of not understanding it. When any of these three things arise in the mind, it causes us distress. Sometimes the distress is very, very powerful. Sometimes as powerful as any form of physical pain. Sometimes it's very subtle, and we're not aware of the distress except if we look more deeply. When we practice mindful meditation, we can learn to calm our mind. When we calm our mind, then when we notice the things that are disturbing us, we don't create trouble. We don't create trouble for others, and we don't create trouble for ourselves. This is one of the great benefits of being able to practice, sit quietly, focus on something neutral like our breath, and to learn to enhance our concentration and one-pointedness so that we don't respond so strongly with anger or desire or confusion to such great difficulties.
My name is Munajit, and I work in a very stressful environment. So meditation helps me to basically come in terms with mind, and all I'm trying to do is just to be breathing mindfully. And this interesting aspect of this mindfulness is that it's not really trying to be a very complex situation. It's pretty simple, and the more simple you can make, the more mindful you are. In just breathe and don't think about anything. That's pretty simple, but it's hard to achieve that way. And the basic aspect is that once I can calm down my mind, I found that I'm more efficient in anything I do, which is more important to me as a human being also. Thank you.
Very quiet time. Being able to just calm your mind and focus on nothing but your breath and becoming one with your breath is very challenging. But in that process, you learn to pay attention to so many different things that are going on in your body, and being able to just stop your mind, focus on your breath, is a very difficult task. But the benefits of that is relaxation, calmness, and mindfulness. And I think that's what meditation brings to me.